Alright, welcome to the second video of my YouTube channel, where we are back on playing Green-White Depths, which is going to be the deck of choice going forward for quite a while. This time we're testing out a new list though, so we're not playing the exact same list as before. We're actually looking at MM's challenge winning take on Green-White Depths. I'm going to link to both the deck list and also to the Twitter account for the pilot for the deck, so you can look at it yourself. If we look at the main differences of this list against the list that I've been playing for a while, there are a couple of changes. First off, we're trying out the card Talon Gates of Madara. It's a land that allows you to phase a target creature out of the game. You could see that it works similar to Sageri's Step, where it's going to be used for the similar cases. But there are some key differences, so we'll see if any of those come up during the league. We also play a Besagio who endures. The reason for playing a Besagio who endures is that we also have a Life from the Loam in our deck list, so that allows us to play some more tech lands that we want to get back from our grave. To make room for these lands, we've cut down on a Thespian stage. We're playing one less Thespian stage, and we'll see a little bit on how this pans out. Other changes to the list is that we're main decking 2 Vexing Baubles, and this is of course helpful in the plethora of scam decks that we're going to face throughout the league. We're also back on the library because of the decline of Bowmasters. Otherwise, I think it's similar to the lists that I've been playing before. If we move over to the sideboard, we'll see that we've replaced some of the combo hate with Deafening Silence. We have 2 Macabres instead of 1 Endurance and 1 Surgical Extraction. We're also playing Veil of Summers, and we've gone down on 1 Force of Vigor. We're also trying the Disruptor Flute. Now, I have not played around with this card before, so it's going to be very interesting to see both which games we feel we can board it in and how we are able to use the card. I think my plays will be suboptimal. That's always what I aim for, so we'll probably have some work cut out with that. Last off, we're playing a Glacial Chasm today as well. And Glacial Chasm will hopefully help us in the aggressive creature matchups. All right, let's jump into a league and see where this takes us. So we've been paired for our first match, and we lose the die roll against none other than Tony Schiappone. This will probably be a quick game. I don't know what they're on, but Giganta has been revealed. Now, looking at our hand, so as I see, we have Max Diamond and Life from the Loam as a start, or Sylvan Library. We can have Crop Rotation up for our tutor package. I think this is a keep. Opponent molds down to 6 cards. Starts with an Ancient Tomb. This is not a card I like to see in the start. Into Candy Trail, so probably some artifact combo deck. We draw all sorts of Plowshares. I don't think that'll be much of a use to us, but we'll start with putting a Loam on the stack. Grab Savannah, pitch the Maze of Ith. Alright, so we have our land drop set up for the next turn. Next turn, I ideally want to play Sylvan Library and probably keep Crop Rotation up, or Green Sun Sandit for an hate piece. In this case, that would be Outland Liberator. Unfortunately, we will not be able to keep that up. So we got the Saga here. Eldrazi time. Some Eldrazi combo deck. Misclicked the Loam, Dredge on Loam, of course. Doesn't matter that much. Go for a Savannah. Here we're going for the Reclaimer. Then we're going to set a stop in the upkeep. And here we're going to try to plow the Glaring for Less Flesh Raker. Opponent is down to 3 cards. The Saga tokens we're going to be able to go and get a Wasteland for next turn. Ideally, we'll be able to Wasteland our opponent and keep Reclaimer open. What's a bad thing for us here? The Ring is never fun to see. In that case, I won't activate Saga. There we have the Ring into being able to draw a lot of the deck next turn. So what can we do here? We don't have that much main deck for the Ring, so we don't have that much that we can do main deck here. I'm more inclined to work up towards the combo, although our opponent is going to be able to draw a lot of cards. So what I want to do here is that I want to play the Maze of Ith, and then I'm going to go and crop rotate off the Maze of Ith to go and get a Wasteland. I'm going to do this before... So I'm doing that before you can untap and either create a construct, and also, of course, before the search trigger goes on the stack. Well, now they get to draw a lot of cards. That's not the card you want to see. There we got the Flesh Raker. Let's see if we have some kind of combo here. This is where you want the Collect Roof. Mystic Forge. This isn't looking good for us. This isn't looking good at all. Getting some scry value, getting to clear cards from top of the library. Doesn't seem like mana is a choke point here either. See if they can play their deck now. Probably. We need a couple of lands on top. Research Factory also allows us to clear the top of the library. I haven't seen this deck in specifically this deck, so it would be nice to kind of see how it works. But I would wager that we're quite dead from this point on. It's also like, so now he has the ring, so he has protection next turn as well. I can't really see what our way out of here is. Yeah, we seem dead here. I don't like the combo decks that have creatures in them, because that kind of forces us to keep in removal. Alright, so what do we like here? We like Deafening Silence, Force of Vigor, Collect Roof, Teague. Glacial Chasm seems good. I don't know if the only win con of the deck is the Eldrazi, but if it is, that's probably good. And then if we have room for Disruptor Flute, we'll do that. We can shut down the ring and some other stuff. What don't I like? I don't think we're going to be interacted with that much, so we can bring out the Quick Reflexes. I didn't see any blue mana, which makes me think that he's not playing Emery and cards like that. And that means that we can take away Caracas. I do like having access to the bog if there is some kind of graveyard shenanigans there. I could see maybe skipping the bog and the step. Let's see what more. Take away endurance. Take away life from the loam. I don't think we're going to grind that much. Take away 2 swords. We'll take away the step and we'll keep the gates as interaction. All right, try this. I would like to play first. Thank you very much. All right, what does this hand do? It curses that we do not have any good mana. I mean, I like the cards. So let's break this down. We can go turn 2 Vexing Bauble and keep turn 1 Force of Vigor up. But then we do nothing after that. Is that going to be good enough? Force of Vigor, his first 2 plays, and then Vexing Bauble the turn after. Yeah, we'll try that. It's all for science, my dear friends. This deck is usually good at drawing lands. So we'll see if that's the fact here as well. Hope for a Saga start. That would be great. Yeah. We're going to allow him to play some artifact as well. So we'll see if we can. Yeah, we got the key there as well. So we're going to choose those 2 targets. We're going to exile the Safekeeper, untap, draw the Bauble, play the Depths. He plays a Monolith into something. Is it the Flesh Raker? Yes, it is. All right, green mana. Well, that's green mana. That's an epic fail. And that, my dear friends, is time to blame. I'm a little bit unfamiliar with the platform, and that's of course why I missed the trigger. Nothing else. Oh, Talon Gates as well. Nice. Let's see the might, the mighty might. All right. We now want to be able to play the oof. That would be great for us. That's not it. Let's see. So we can force our opponent to use the might to... We can force our opponent to try to kill off the Bauble if that's something that they want. At least draw a card. Is it the ring? No, it's something that's even worse. Well, so we are going to cycle the Bauble if they play one more spell. Hopefully hit a green card that we can pitch the Force of Vigor instead of the oof. All right, so let's start by cycling that to draw a card. Yeah, that's the Teague. We're gonna hit the monolith and the engine, exiling the Teague. All right. I'm not saying that we're okay if we drop the oof, but we're not dead, at least. The problem here is that due to the reactive nature of the hand and some sloppy play from my side, we need more than just Teague to get us out of this. All right, let's see where. All right, so we can play the Clasm. That'll gain us a life. Or we go for the Wasteland. Let's go for the Wasteland. We're also just a Thespian stage away from Marital Age as well. All right, Saga. Now that's a real clock with the mana down as well. All right, let's hope for a good draw here. Green mana's okay, not fantastic, but it'll allow us to delay the Clasm with a turn. Oh, the spin stage, that's about the best possible draw. All right, let's make the Lage. No misclick this time. Great. So we have a 20/20. Let's see if there's a way for our opponent to produce a flying blocker or an answer to Marital Age. Monolith is a start. Going for the combo. 3 cards in hand. The ring. Yeah, that gives them protection next turn. It also allows them to go for a win here if they draw in a key or something like that. Otherwise, I'm going to go for the Clasm next turn as they are under the protection of the One Ring. All right. Let's play Clasm, sacrifice the bog. All right, let's see. Do we have a way to bounce Merit or play another One Ring? Bouncing Marital Age here is GG's. The key is a good card as well. Getting to churn through that deck or add some mana depending on which cards we just drew. All right, mana in the pool. Is it the One Ring? Green mana. Yeah, that's good. 5 artifacts. No, we need 4 artifacts for the win here. I should probably have gotten the chump blocker there, right? If I get the Dryad Arbor here, they need an extra... I can block one of their attackers. Never thought about the possibility of getting the Arbor. Of course, if I looked a little bit closer, I would have seen it, but that's why we do that. Ah, another One Ring, all right. Yeah, that'll probably do it. If they're not able to kill us this turn, a crop rotation off the top will give us a Clasm. Do they attack? No, they don't. Well, yes. Now here's a crop rotation off the top. All right, let's replay that turn of events again. This time I'm even more dead to one more ring. We're going to see 5 cards here, something like that. 5 cards, plenty of mana. You can afford the Clasm for 1 turn cycle. Oh, this time I will go and get the Dryad Arbor. That at least saves me 1 potential life. Making the wrong play last turn ended up being the right play this turn, depending. I mean, he's got a lot of mana. Them hitting a land there is good for me, I guess. Another ring, yeah, sure. Why not? That means I probably can't win if I'm not already dead. Yeah, this wasn't that good. Listen, I know I haven't played optimal here. First off, I probably shouldn't have kept the hand that I started with, as I didn't do anything except react. And then after that, there are probably some plays in here. Please leave some comments if there's anything in particular that you can see that I've done that's not optimal. What's the chance that he doesn't have any artifact spells in his hand and can draw cards off of his ring? I guess quite low, right? And I guess that he probably remembered to announce his ring trigger as well. Yeah, I think we're done here. Well, it's nice to learn how these control decks work. Thinking about how aggressively he went after my Glacial Chasm, that felt like a good card in the game, because I'm kind of racking up the positives and negatives now. This might not be the deck that you face at a large tournament, or that you're not that likely to face it at a large tournament, but still it's something that we need to think about. And having access to a card, yep, that makes us dead. All right. Rough start to the league. Let's continue on. Yeah, thinking back on... Oh, look, we're paired for the next round. So thinking back on the previous game, and I'll talk on this a little bit. I'm just going to want to start play. This time it's against Watarix, meeting idol celebrities. Now, if we're facing Doomsday, turn 1 Vexing Bauble sounds quite nice. If we are up against Delver, turn 1 Vexing Bauble isn't that nice, but we're gonna keep this. So Volcanic Island, Delver. That's a good draw. No, it's not. Haha. Thank you. I remembered. What we can do here is that we can Swords to Plowshares, the Dragon Rage Chandler, which is okay. Or we can hold up crop rotation. We can send the turn and hope that they smell weakness, and that they go for the Wasteland. No, they didn't go for the Wasteland. All right, now we go for the Plow. We're going to hardcast a Daze. Yeah, that's okay. Nah, we won't pay. Another Vexing Bauble. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to see if we can get the Wasteland one more time. This time with Hardcast Daze up, which is a little bit dangerous. All right. And if we don't get it, we're going to crack the Bauble end step and then go for Mox Diamond on our turn into Loam. All right, now we got all the manas in the world. Suddenly, we're getting nearer the Dark Depths plan. So if we go Mox Diamond, I'm going to seek the beast in response. Exiling double Wasteland. All right, so we're definitely going to keep a man up for next turn. So if we go Mox Diamond, discard Maze of Ith, play Vexing Bauble, play Savannah, play the Boots. And then keep crop rotation up for either Thespian Stage or our own Wasteland. All right, that's great. Yeah, let's grab the Thespian Stage there. The question, is there a Brazen Borrower in hand or not? We're getting to a point where it's problematic for us to rebuild due to the time constraint. So we can go for depths here, make Miracle Age. Miracle Age is dead if they have the Borrower in hand. If they don't have the Borrower in hand, we probably win that game, or at least we get very close to it. Other plays here is going live from Loam and grabbing a Maze of It. That doesn't seem that good. It's also a multi-turn clock because he's gonna have Wasteland next turn. Now we're supposed to make the Miracle Age here. We're 1 mana away from equipping and hasting the nice 2020. All right, Brazen Borrower or bust. I'll take that as bust. All right, Delver. Endurance is one of my favorite cards. I like Path to Exile here as well. I could see an argument for Glacial Chasm, so I'll bring that in. And the Delver matchup, I usually just shave a couple of things that I know won't be necessary. So we're going to see if we can keep our extra mana sources. Vexing Bauble is okay, not more, although it probably saved us more than we knew that game. I'm going to take away the Vexing Baubles. We're going to want to go for the Mox or the Lava Spore Boots. In this game, I kind of miss not having a Spellbomb to go for. I usually board out Outland Liberator. Sometimes they bring in Grafdigger's Cage, and that's a little bit annoying, but still, I don't think that it's good enough to keep the card in there. If we see it game 2 and it shuts us down, we might rethink that. Otherwise, some people shave the library. I tend to feel that library is okay if we stabilize. I think that's okay in that perspective. There's also an argument for boarding out a Mox Diamond. Yeah, no, I think this is okay. I'm gonna keep the Caracas. I've had times where I boarded out Caracas as well, but I do enjoy having those extra mana sources if they go on a Wasteland Rampage. Yeah, here in the Delver matchup, I like 3 Endurances as well from my list, but we'll try this out and see where we end up. Delver's generally a good matchup for depths strategies, which means having 1 or 2 sideboard cards less to board in is not always the end of the game. I mean, we still have a good deck here. All right, turn 1, green sum for Arbor. Turn 2, we get Wastelanded and Concede. No, we're gonna keep this. Seems like opponent is on a slow start as well. All right, let's see if we want to daze this. We do not, and that's probably correct. Hard to go down that land. DRC into Wasteland. Yeah, that was a little bit of what I feared. But I'm a little bit lucky in this game as well. Always good. We like that luck. So here's a question. Do we play into days? So if we look at it, if we play into days, it's still Thundering Falls that they're showing us. And we're going to have to pay into days with 3 drops eventually. So I like going for the days plan here, or going for playing into days here, and then having days up in the or having an opportunity to play out our hand a little bit more. We're heavy on the 3 drops. We'll see if they think that this is daysable. The only con with this line right now is that we only have 2 lands for some negation. Yeah, that's okay. We're down to 3 cards. In that case, as long as they're off the threats right now, I think that either if we plow the Dragon Rage Channeler, or if we get to start playing our Endurance out, or Knight of the Reliquary, we're looking good. And the Knight is bolt proof right now, which is relevant. They've been the Force of Will. Does that mean that they're going from the beatdown plan? Yeah, that's usually how I lose against Delver, is when they go over on the beatdown plan. And I do need to rip a land here. Yeah, let's not talk about that. All right, so we can play Endurance or Knight. Both plays are bad in the hands of days. I do like going for the Knight now. It allows us to play through the days in the next turn. Here it's Borrower, I think, that we need to fear. They want to bounce the Knight. Now they have attackers in the air. We're going to go for Bog. No, we're going to go for Endurance next turn. Endurance, and then keep Swords of Plowshares open. Yeah, that's okay. We got the Knight now. They didn't have the days this turn, so we're going to play as they don't have the days next turn either. In their upkeep. Yeah, that's not a green source. That's not a green source. Yeah, that's not a green source. That's actually really bad. Well, I was thinking, yeah, let's get a Flagstones. That's for free. Then we can't get Wastelanded. Well, let me tell you a little bit about a game called Magic, and a guy who's playing suboptimal and not getting punished that much. All right, let's try this one again. Let's go for the correct land this time, which is probably a Yavimaya. We got the days. Yeah, that's the days. Yeah, we've not played good in this game here. So now we're going to keep the reflexes open. See if we can kill them before we are dead to bolts. It's important to not hit Delirium here. So the thing is that if they hit Delirium, we need to tap the Knight before attacks to kill one of them and Bog, but we'll see. It doesn't seem like that. So we're going to get the Savannah, and then we're going to get probably a Flagstones. Here we want to keep Legolas quick reflexes open, but it's also so good just to... We get to kill one of them. If they're not on the bolts and we kill one of them now, we get to keep Maze open. Maze and Glacial Chasm open next time, next turn, and also playing... Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, all right, yeah. And the writing was on the wall there. Even though I did not play optimal, I was at least lucky with the draws, and I'm comfortable enough with the matchup to know what lines to go for, which cards are important in the game, and I thought that we at least got a little bit rewarded from that. All right, let's try one more game. All right, time for game 3. We won the die roll. Let's start. Yeah, this looks like a keep. So here I like starting with the Yavimaya. It's a legendary land, so if we draw our second copy, it's more wastable. No place, all Flagstones. I love you, Flagstones. Let's see, some blue-white strategy. I'm of course going to go for building out the mana here. See if there's a plow in our future. Oh no, it's a Stifle. Probably Stiflenought. There's a blue-based Stiflenought strategy going around. We can safely get the Savannah here. Okay, so now we're playing 7 Safekeeper, which means that if they have a plow, they need to go for it now. They did not. And then we're going to keep the Reclaimer open. All right, are we going to cheat any big creatures into play? There's part 1 of that. There's part 2. Sure. So we're going to want to go for the combo here, but we're also want to keep our lands up. So we're actually going to go for flagstones here. Let's see here now. What I'm going to want to do here is I'm going to want to crop rotate the flagstones for Maze of Ith when we're in combat. Play around Wasteland, which means that we can't really play Night now. See if they have stifle again. Brainstorm's okay. If they don't want to stifle the flagstones trigger anyway. What they want to find is some kind of permission for the crop rotation. Now when this went through, what I wanted to do is like now I'm like, yeah, should we go for Thespian stage and make the combo? But I don't think that's right. I think that what we want to do here, we could also go for the Boseiju, then use Reclaimer for Boseiju, pick up the Boseiju with life from the loam and start machine gunning. But we can go for the Boseiju end of turn anyway, so we'll go for the Mace of Ith, because I think that if they had the Stifle, they would have used it. Guaranteed land drop here, can't block. Surge to Plowshares, let's sacrifice the land. All right, Stifle there. So here, do we want to save our thing? Yes, we do. For white, Wasteland, Mace of Ith. Let's hope that your last card in hand isn't some kind of permission spell. So let's go Mace of Ith, Flagstones, and Savannah. Play the Mace of Ith, and then pass the turn. So now they need to find something. Yeah, that's a good card. That Annihilator trigger is going to be really, really, really annoying. I guess they can attack. Yeah, they'll attack. Why not? It's 3. So Flagstones is good for the Annihilator trigger next turn. And now we can start building towards our favorite person in the world. No, I don't want a loam. Well, that's also a good card. But I still think that we want to start building towards merit. We could go for the merit plan this turn, but it's so bad against Stifle. Yeah, no, we're let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go for a Knight. When the Knight is down, it allows us, for the first off, it allows us to quite quickly grow a little bit out of hand, right? Let's go for a crop rotation. Is it the first occasion of the Talon Gates here to give us a turn and then allow us to loam up that? Or do we go for... Yeah, I think so. There, 2 Wastelands are down. Let's do like this. Let's buy ourselves some time. Let's phase out this Trampler and just buffer our life total. We're stifling that, okay? Yeah, sure. And they're keeping that guy black. Yeah, I'm just not going to block there. Swords to Plowshares would be a good draw. All right, do we want to dredge loam here? What are our options? We can play Knight, make a 20/20. We're gonna need blockers in the sky. So we dredge loam, we loam, play Mace of Ith, 2 mana up, go for, no. We need to draw the removal. Caracas is not the removal that we're looking for. Let's play the Savannah, and then let's think. So for 3 mana, we can play a Knight. That means that we have the Devour taken care of. The Flyers in the Sky are problematic, and we don't have any way to make any flying blockers. Endurance is the only thing that we have, and we can't fetch Endurance. We can... Echoing Depths, but that won't help. No, I think we're dead here. We can't get a hasty merit, and that wouldn't help anyway. No, well, again, we're going to go to game 2 here. So let's see, what do we like here? I like removal, so we're going to go for Force of Vigor. Path to Exile. And this is also a Chasm game with the large fellas, probably. We're going to ditch Endurance. Here we can shave a Caracas. Shave a Mox Diamond. I like Boseiju here as well. Maybe shave 1 Vexing Bauble. This is going to be a grindy game, so we'll shave a Mox Diamond and then we'll probably bring in 1 on the play. Oh, sorry, on the draw. But I like this. It could be an argument for ditching the Bog as well. Alright, turn 1 Reclaimer. We keep these. Now, here it's easy to think, let's go turn 1 Safekeeper and keep that one up and then be able to be sure that Reclaimer lives. The problem with that play is that if they go for a removal on Safekeeper and you just have one land in play, what do? Do you sack the land? Probably not. So let's go turn 1 Reclaimer instead. It also, what we're going to do here is that we're going to go for Savannah. No, we're not. We're going to go for Basic Forest. Yeah, we're going to go for Forest. I was thinking about going for Savannah because we have depths to copy Heath, which is okay. It's just going to slow us down so much. Let's see if they have the plow. Yes, they do. Well, we have one more of those. So here we go, Reclaimer. Yeah. Could have played around that, but I wanted to go Dried Arbor as the land drop for the turn. And I mean, the Daze is going to get us eventually. They did not. And now we're actually going to copy the Windspath Heath. And they're going to go for the flying person. Yes, it was the flying person. I probably should have fetched around Stifle there, right? We'll see. Okay, so now what we want to do here is that we want to sacrifice the Heath, play around the Stifle. But Dreadnought? Do that with Dreadnought? Oh, that's a lot of power. So we're gonna plow here. The question being, plow, yeah. All right, so now we have not that much more time left. Let's see if they have some kind of interaction. No. So here we can go for the Chasm. It's not the best of plans. Let's see. So we can go for the Chasm. I think that's the only thing that doesn't make us dead, because if we knock off 8 points from the Devourer, it's down. It'll still strike us for 8, 7. Yeah, I think we need to go for the Chasm here. This is the reason I don't like having Chasm. It's the plan that I always go for when I'm feeling behind, and it just does not really make it for us. Well, we could go for the Chasm. We'll probably do something about that. So the Chasm buys us, it puts us down 1 land, but it buys us 1 more turn. So we're gonna untap, we're gonna pay the life, go down to 5, pass a turn. I was thinking about going for the gates, but yeah, no, we'll go for the Chasm. I think that's gonna be the best. And we're still far, far behind. Surgical Swords of Ploughshares, that's play you can do. That's legal. Let's draw past Exile instead. Or Force of Vigor. But Force of Vigor is a multi-turn play. Yeah, I will play. I will pay. Yes, I would like to pay 2 life for that. Yeah, that's a card. Do we take 1 more draw step? Do we take 1 more draw step? I want more life. Force of Negation. Yeah, that wasn't the best game I ever played. I could have gone for the gates there though, but we're just threading water. Maybe going for I could have gone for the gates. That's a little bit of unfamiliarity with the list as well. I haven't played with gates before, so I don't have that kind of in my toolbox. But I should have gone for gates, gotten 1 more turn. Hopefully 1 more draw step would have got us there. We could have gotten a loam. There were other draws there as well. All right, this hand is cards that I like, but that I can't keep. Yeah. Plan being here, hoping that it's kind of a fair matchup. It's Tempo Eldrazi. All right. So my thought was hoping for kind of a fair matchup, going turn 1 Dried Arbor into turn 2 Knight. The Eldrazi, they don't play that much interaction, but they tended to close the game really quickly. We have Ancient Tomb revealed. Ancient Tomb was revealed from Once Upon a Time. Turn 1 Chalice is bad here. Yeah, that's not the card you want to see. Yeah, that kind of helps us. Yeah, that kind of helps us a lot. So what does getting Javimaya tell us? It tells us that they have another Sowing Mycospawn. In that case, we're going to kick it next time. So let's start by going for the Dried Arbor. I'm hoping to draw into a box or something like that, because they're going to kill the Savannah now. No, they're playing Once Upon a Time. That's great for us. No, that's not great for us. Oh, that's a Wasteland. Yeah. I mean, I could imagine better draws, but All right, so do we go for a turn 3 Merit Lage? It will cost us our Thespian stage if they have a Wasteland. The other option is playing a Maze of Ith and playing Scared. Nah, we can't play the Knight as it is right now, so I'm thinking about trying to go for a Merit Lage, so we'll drop Thespian stage now and we'll see if they have the Wasteland and if they waste us off that. If that doesn't work, we're gonna go for Maze of Ith, and then after that we're gonna go for Echoing Depths to either retry the Merit plan or go for a white mana. Yeah, we can do some attacking here. Mixing Babel, I don't care. Unlicensed Tourist, I don't care. All right, Merit Lage for the win. All right, so Eldrazi's Path to Exile. I think that we want Force of Vigor, especially if they're planning to go for Chalice and stuff like that. But we'll see. I'm a little bit unsure about those. Neclasm seems okay here. You could Flute Wasteland, but I don't know if that helps them more than it helps us. We can take away the baubles. They play baubles on their own, so they'll help us with that. And then we can take away the Bog as well. Endurance doesn't seem like what we want to do here either. So the Force of Vigor, it's okay if they have that plan specifically. This does seem to be the green Eldrazi deck, not the 12 post version, but the other green version. Yeah, we're gonna keep Force of Vigor. We saw the unlicensed first, so I think that we're gonna keep that one in. Maybe cut one Legolas. They're not that removal heavy, and I think that we could have Max Diamond. No, we want them on the draw. Yeah, we'll try this. Maybe bring a Legolas back in if we see that they're rich on interaction post board, or they have some key interaction that we want. I think Kozilek's Command is their way to handle Merit Lage. That and Boseiju, Maze of Ith from the board. Yeah, this is a keep. This is a fast combo, especially if they help us with Javimaya again, right? Turn 1 Chalice. If they pay Chalice, this is gonna be problematic. Yeah, turn 1 Licensed Hearst is okay. That's a good draw. So we want to end up with Thespian stage in hand here. We're going to cast a Mox Diamond. The opponent seems to be in the tank. All right, we're going to discard the Talon Gates, play out the stage. Play out second Max Diamond, go for Elf, and then keep double interaction open. Here, if they go for a Wasteland, we'll Crop. If they go for a creature, we'll Plow. This is the first time I'm playing against this deck as well, so I'm just trying to think what they play, but we'll see. Oh no, your Eldrazi's costs less. That's probably not good for me. All right, let's see. Target player scries 2, then draws a card. Exile target creature with mana value X or less. Let's see. Do we care? Yeah, probably. That's a big part of our game plan right now. Or we plan on drawing into a land next turn. Because what we can do here is that we can go and get the step. Yeah, no, I think we're going to take the safe route here and go for the step. Which won't help because that spell does not have a color, right? Oh, that spell doesn't have a color. And we can't Echoing Depths the Talons because it's exiled. Yes, this isn't good. This isn't good at all. Do you know what? We'll go and get Saga. Was this the good way to play this? No, it wasn't. We still have a Saga here. I sure hope you're not watching this video for the pro plays, so to speak. You should just have let that go and hope to spike land next turn. Like so. Well, we don't know. We've shuffled the deck, so there's no telling what that could have been. If we get Wastelanded here, that's sad. But we'll get a construct out of it. If we avoid getting Wastelanded here, we're gonna untap, make another construct, and then go for the boots. Combo Enabler enabled. Let's see what we do here. Thought Not Seer. That's a card in hand at least, if we get to somehow remove it. All right, and then we got the construct. Once again, I'm a little bit unfamiliar with the platform. I wanted to respond. Yeah. You know what would be better than one construct here? 2 constructs. Now I can't attack here because he'll just block and then he'll eat 2 over the cards from my graveyard. If I had one more construct, that wouldn't change that math. Would at least make subsequent turns a little bit better. Yeah, that's too bad. So I now understand, because what I'm trying to learn here is how to use kind of the hotkeys that are available here, the 1 and the 2 and the 6 and stuff like that. And I accidentally pressed 1, I think. That made me resolve the trigger without allowing me to make a construct, which isn't optimal. I could have gone into combat and seen if it crewed the hearse and then try to remove the hearse instead, but drawing a card is always really, really nice. All right, so what does this guy do? It doesn't do that much right now. Well, that at least takes care of hearse. He's still winning this race, or they are still winning this race. But if they try to get up and running with the hearse, or if there's anything else here, good for us. But now they're probably going to crew the hearse, and we're going to wait for them to go into attackers. All right, let's see. What does this do? If kick into a creature and opponent controls. Exile turn artifact or enchantment. No color was used. So bad from a racing perspective. Use all those tombs. Go for it. Use them. You know you want to. I'm just thinking about how we just would have run over this game if we got to do an early 2020 there. Well, maybe not actually. I don't think we can make any attacks here. What we can do is that we can plow the Devourer to stay back and take care of the 2/2s. I don't know if we can trick into attacking with all the creatures and then oh, down to 5, 6. Yeah, of course you have Eye of Ugin as something to do as well. Let's see what you get. Glaring Flesh Raker. So if they play that, they're going to get a lot of blockers. And they're going to ping me for 2. And that means that they're going to attack with everything. And plow the guy. One guy that kills me. No cards in hand, so that's why I can. I'm going to block the other one that kills me. I mean, we're not doing great, but we still have a chance that we're not supposed to have. Maybe. All right. We want them to draw a land. But I don't have any lands in my graveyard? How can I not have any lands in my graveyard? What are you doing? Oh, you're, but yeah, Yavimaya. Yeah. All right, let's scoop to whatever you get. Did you get that? Have I encountered something wrong, or do you have something in your hand that I don't know of? Because if you got your 6 mana person, oh yeah, because it brings a token with it as well, right? So the token pings me for 1, and then Devour pings me for 1, yeah. Yeah, oh, you get to do that as well. Yeah, all right, let's begin the sideboarding. Yeah, cards that are irrelevant in this game. Century Step. Go to the bench. Shame on you for tricking me into thinking I had a chance. Is there anything that we want to bring in? Let's bring in a Legolas. Maybe the Teague. I don't know. Yeah, let's keep this one. Not a turn 1 night, unfortunately, but the old turn 1 library. All right, let's see how far the library gets us. That's also one of these cards that might or might not be good enough for the matchup. It's not the red Eldrazi deck. I've seen some lists on a red Eldrazi deck that summons a lot of hasty small Eldrazi's. All right, let's see what you get. Is it a wasteland? Yeah, it's almost wasteland. Wasteland Light. Say Eldrazi. All right, no plays. Yes. Yeah, let's go knight. Yeah, two turns in a row, and then if they can't contain the knight now, we will probably be able to plow as well. All right, so yeah, the library, I'm not that worried about that. The library kind of did what it was supposed to. All right, let's think about this one here. So we want to come to a situation where the knight can actually do something. And we do that by going for Yavimaya. Now, Yavimaya is a 2-turn line because I need to go and grab the guy. Other options that we have is playing a knight, keeping swords open, attacking with knight, going for the beatdown. They have 6 cards. I want to be able to start wasting them. No, I think we just go for the guy that can start making, can start going for Yavimaya. Or we hope that they do Yavimaya for us. All right, now they can start playing really discounted Eldrazi's. Well, this guy we know from before. Why am I not allowed to? No. 4. Stop passing. Ah, come on, why? Sure. Or do we go for second knight here? We can sack Reclaimer, get the Yavimaya, play Yavimaya, play Depths, sack Depths, get this trail running. Yeah, that's probably the play. Get Savannah, Yavimaya, play the Depths. Yeah, I think this gives us kind of a good position. It is going to allow us to go for the combo quite fast. Kind of depends on what they're doing as well. So they are going to exile a land. Yeah, I guess that's okay. We can get more of those. Go for the Maze of Ith. That's okay as well. Yeah, that's really good. All right, that's really good. Let's say if we make the combo now, what are we dead to? We beat Kozilek's command and Maze of Ith. Bad thing is that we need to get rid of the Cradle because I still want to have a blocker up. So first we'll float a mana. There's one good thing with getting rid of Yavimaya is that we're turning off their access to green mana. That's not completely wrong. And now we're going to get Thespian Stage, and then I'm going to use the second knight to sacrifice Yavimaya. Go and get Dark Depths, and then there is a sequence here. I think I must say that a little bit. I didn't do the math completely there, but I wonder if there's a sequence where we can end up with the Reclaimer tapped, another Flagstones in play. The thing that I'm thinking about here is it would be nice with 2 layers of protection up, so both the Talon Gates for this turn and then Legolas for the Maze of Ith next turn. This is okay. All right, so if we attack with the things that are big here, put that on that. All right, so 2-2. Let's see if we can win our money back on the last league. All right, now we are on the draw. We'll keep this one here. See what madness we're up against. We have a multi-6. Oh, nice. Merfolk. I like Merfolk. Well, I like the concept of Merfolk. I don't like maybe facing the Merfolk. The kids call it these days. White source here. Nope. So, options. We're not going to be able to block. That's a given. What we could do is... I just think we need to keep Reclaimer up. Let's play Depths. And just keep Reclaimer activation up and hope that they don't have a turn 3 Lord. Yeah, it's the Stifle guy. Or girl. The Stifle Merfolk. Alright, let's see. We're going to discard the Dark Depths here. Play a Wasteland, see if we are able to go for another Reclaimer, or if they have a force of some kind. Oh, or they have that. Yeah, reading the cards sometimes helps. So we'll go for the Dryad Arbor, leave that in exile. We didn't have to do that, but I just don't think that that's a good draw. So let's see if we were able to exile the Tidebiter here. In that case, we'll reclaim our Reclaimer and get access to a 3-4. This is a lot to ask though, because our opponent needs to be out of counter magic and interaction, and I do not think that is going to be the case. But it's the play that we have to make. Yeah, and it's the play that we made. All right, let's see. We're gonna take 6 here. Yeah, Sync to Suit Duper seems like a really good pickup for the Merfolks. All right, so here we get to go for Loam. Now in this case, they know what we're on, so I don't think that there's any reason to kind of play around that. I probably should have left 1 land in the yard. Nice. It would have given us 1 extra draw. Yeah, here I think we want the Klasm as well. Force of Vigor for Vile is interesting. I do like Oof as an anti-Vile creature. The cost of having Oof in the deck is quite low, so I think we can do that. And we also have Outland Liberator. I don't know if I'm shaving the Bauble too much in the Force of Will matchup, but I just don't think that the Force of Will is it's an important spell and their permission is important. It's not that. I just mean that I don't think that the Force of Will is just turning off the forces is good enough. I think you need something more than that as well. All right, we'll try with this one. I'll like to go first. Yeah, we'll keep this. And 1 Vile and 1 Dismember. Yeah, that's good, I guess. Let's get the Outland Liberator down. We're not going to flip it next turn because we're going to use the Loam. We're not going to play around days because I want the removal from the yard. Let's get our colors online in case there's some weird sequence that I'm not thinking about. Now, Path isn't really, it's a good card. I'm not saying that it's not good and we need the removal that we do, but we also need to think about them having a lot of basics. I'll slow down the clock a little bit. I'm not going to dredge low. What I am going to do is that I am going to play Knight of the Reliquary into Dryad Arbor, into Lage next turn, Trick Binder or Trickster or whatever it's called, and Wasteland, the cards that we don't want to see. Alright, yeah, that's also one of the cards that we don't want to see. Do we play the Knight again? 4 down to 8, down to 6, down to, yeah, I think we do. We'll give you Pro Blue. We're not giving you Pro Blue, you need to attack. A faster route, the Lage plan is they play the Red Moon, Blue Blood Moon guy on a stick. No, Blood Moon, Blue Blood Moon? Yeah. The Merfolk that turns off non-basic. Oh no, not one more. Yeah, that's turns a little bit more off the clock. Now we have 2 turns. Vile. I was thinking if I wanted to attack with the Liberator or not, but I think I do. Alright, so we're just attacking with that there. I understand. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Now, the bad thing here is that I was actually planning on plowing my own Knight to buy myself 1 more turn. And now I need to plow the Harbinger. So what can I do? I can go and get... So what I can do here is that I can at least get access to another white source. I'll let that solve. And then we'll see what's on the top of the library. Make our decisions out of that. That's interesting. So let's see. 1 card in hand. So what we need to do here at least, so we need to destroy the vial. That's the first step. And then after that, I think. All right, so let's start with getting Dark Depths, and then we're going to do a Legolas Click Reflex on tapping our Knight. And we'll tap the Plains for mana, kill the Harbinger. And then we'll plow our Knight, take 4. Yeah, we get to do that as well, that's nice. So the question here is... So they're not going to be able to kill us now. They could provide blockers for us. We have a Wasteland already, so that'll save us from that perspective. Do we get the Talon Gates? I just want to see if the Talon Gates can target the True Name Nemesis. No, it cannot. So we'll just phase our Merit Lage out to the next turn. There's probably a smarter way to do all of that. Yeah, because now we're dead on a Trickster. Is there another way that we could have solved that problem? I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe. Do comment below if there was another way to solve that situation. Rotation, what does that do? So let's see if we have anything here. Wasteland doesn't do anything. Saga doesn't do anything. Glacial Chasm saves us a turn. I guess that play. So we can Thespian Stage the Chasm if they have Wasteland. Gives us 1 more round, I guess, which is good. Depending if they draw a Trickster or something that can fly. Because Wasteland doesn't save them here, because I can just copy the Chasm with my Plains. No, I won't pay. In this case, I feel like I want to loam, because if we fail with attack, I want to play the Chasm again. Yeah, great. All right. I wasn't expecting to win that one. Let's run back the same list. Turn 1 Elf Keep in Saga and some stuff. So they might have Dismember. Yeah, I think this is okay anyway, because we'll go turn 1 Reclaimer. They Dismember it. We go turn 2 Saga. They waste us. Yeah, that's not that good. But I think that's what we'll do. Play around Stifle. If they have Dismember, this is a good time to use it. They did not. Because the thing is, I don't want to go turn 2 Saga when they have Wasteland up. So here we get to go turn 2 Savannah or turn 2 Yavimaya. No, Yavimaya buys a turn off the Merit combo. So we go turn 2 Savannah, keep up Reclaimer. Here we could also, this is tricky because I want to go and get the planes to be insulated against the Harbinger of the Tides, but if they don't play it, they might have their Stone Raven person. It's not a Stone Ring person, but Kasha. All right, they have the true name Nemesis. Yeah. In that case, we are going for the flagstones or the planes. Planes, flagstones, planes, flagstones. Make up your mind. I'll go planes. The plan next turn is go knight. We'll keep the Yavimaya secret for one more turn. It's quite a big knight already, a 5/5. Although it won't be attacking very soon. So let's see if they keep mana up here. I'm going to be quite happy. Are they just going to start bouncing my knight again with... no, they're playing... interesting. I could draw... They have my... go for Safekeeper. So the play here is... so I'm taking care of the Merfolk now. Lessen the clock a little bit, and then we're going for depths, and we're gonna keep that one there. We're doing this in combat to play around Wasteland. We're gonna go down to 6, and then let's see. We have 7 Safekeeper up. We won. Great. Awesome. So first off, it was just first time with me playing this list, and if you go back and watch the games, you'll see that I make plenty of mistakes. Some of them are due to me being unfamiliar with the client. Some of them are due to me not knowing the list up and down. I had one time at least, I remember, where I could have gone for the Talon Gates and maybe made it. And then there were some other suboptimal plays. But those are our favorite plays on this channel. But all in all, so the list felt great. We did not face scam one time, which also felt great. I think that the matchups we lost, we had a chance in all of them. I think that the first match against the combo deck, we could have won that one if we played better and maybe mulligan the second hand or didn't make the mistake. I don't remember which mistake it was, but it was some mistake that we made there. The Delver match felt like the Delver match should feel like. So if we go and look at the list, what I liked Talon Gates. I enjoyed having access to it. I liked having access to Beseiju and the Life from the Loam package. Yeah, there was some game where Life of the Loam allowed us to do what we want to. I play Ramanap Excavator, which is a slow green sign target. Life from the Loam is a little bit earlier, and it does help us both grab some cards from our graveyard, but also allows us to clear the top of the library, and there's some other cool stuff that you can do there as well. The library felt great when I got to play it as well. That's one of my pet cards in the deck. Nice to see it being back. We'll see if Bowmasters return. It's a little bit harder to play. I'm gonna play with this list a couple more times to get the feel of it and kind of see if I can mash my green-white depths list together with this one here. I do want to play a little bit more against the graveyard-centric decks and see if the Macabra's Endurances are enough or if I want something more there. So that would be one thing that I'd like to look a little bit closer at. I would also like to cast my first Disruptor Flute and see if that's a card that I feel fits in the deck. But overall, I'm pleased. As I said, the 2 games that I lost, I felt that I had a chance. Maybe the combo matchup, I'd probably lose the 3rd game, but the other match, I think that there is a chance that I can make it back. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll be out with a new video next week. Most probably it'll be me playing a green-white depths list, maybe this one, maybe something else. If you have any comments or any suggestions or any tips and tricks, please reach out in the comments or contact me through some of my social media channels. They're all linked in my YouTube channel. Outside of that, have a great day. Take care of yourself.